What's going on, gamers? Welcome out to the stream. How you guys doing today on this wonderful and fantastic, stupendous Saturday? Price, welcome in. Hello to anyone else also watching, lurking, hanging out. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing amazing. We're back with more Tera raids today. I'm sorry, I'm getting my lights on 1 second. So, hopefully the other side of my face won't be as bright. I have my blinds open just because I like to have my blinds open with natural light all the time. But in doing so, one side of my face is super bright, and then the other side where there's no windows is not. So that did nothing to help correct the issue. But you know what? It is what it is. We're getting our vitamin D today. That's what matters. All right. While we wait for people to roll into the stream, I'm going to do them online solo with randos. I'm gonna disconnect from the internet and reconnect. Because I just turned on my Switch. I didn't touch it after stream yesterday, so I don't know. Do I need to update the Pokeportal news again? Probably. Probably. Let's see. Oh, music. Hee hee. Hee hee. I want you to know that today's music that I've provided to you is titled Funky Game Jams. So that's what I typed. I typed into YouTube search for music, funky video game music. So we wanted some spice today. Usually upbeat, but let's try some retro thing. And also not necessarily all Nintendo upbeat music. Listen, I love me some Nintendo, but like sometimes we need the vibes elsewhere. I don't play a lot of non-Nintendo games though, so I'm not well versed in other video games and their music libraries. All right, please let me into this. 6-star, flying, Vaporeon, begging, pleading, actually. Would be a great service to me to let me in. We're loading, I'm not getting in. It's not happening. It takes this long, it ain't gonna happen. We didn't have any issues yesterday though. That's the bright side. Although I didn't really do much on this page yesterday, but when we were on this page, it was working fine-ish. Did I tweet that I was live? I wasn't able to join. Well, who would have thunk it? Oh, I did not mean to hit the 1-star. Please hold. I did not tweet that I was live. I had the tweet written though. Where'd it go? Hold up. Not that anyone's gonna come directly from Twitter, but you know, it's just the process of doing it. Terror raids with viewers, yippee! I can't even join a 1-star raid. Sad times. Ooh, Crawdon could be fun. I love Corphish, but I always forget that Crawdon exists. My friend here is Bug. What do I bring for a Bug Crawdon? I'll bring Wishy-Washy because I can drop his defenses like crazy for everyone else. That's what I'll do. That's the play. That's the game plan. Let me finish this tweet while I get into the stream. YouTube, Twitch. It has been tweeted. If one person comes to Twitter from Twitter today to the stream, I will count that as victory. I will indeed. I definitely, with how much I use Annihilate in this, I mean, I have enough Mankeys that I could evolve and get my Annihilate. Maybe I do already have an Annihilate. I'm sorry, Fishy. I'm kind of focused on doing the raids. I apologize. I hope you can. I have words. There's a bunch of Discord servers where people do like help with stuff like that. I'd suggest my Discord server, but my Discord server is kind of dead, so probably not the best place. You can still join my Discord server if you want, but there's like a lot of like channels within like big streamers channels where they do like multiplayer and union circle things. That's where I helped finish my Pokedex. Was with some people in online lobbies, reversion exclusives and stuff like that. I'm so sorry, Fishy. I wish I could help. I'm a man on a mission right now. I need to get these Herba Mysticas before next Friday. I need an abundance. I need an alarming amount of Herba Mysticas in my possession. I'm just now realizing that Chilling Water lowers the attack, not the defense. My whole game plan here was to lower its defense, but lowering its attack works too. Oh, wait, I'll heal everyone up. Looks like we need a team cheer. His shield hasn't popped up, has it? These are things I should pay attention to, but I fail to neglect every single time. Nope, there's the shield. Paying attention is fundamental, yet I've never learned. We got it. Is anyone here excited to see Fantastic Four? It's like the first Marvel movie in like a hot minute. I'm so excited to see. Because Thunderbolts was really good, but no one saw Thunderbolts. Look at the box office. It like bombed. But it was like the best Marvel movie I've seen in years. So I'm so excited for Fantastic Four because I'm hoping that they fixed all the problems by now that was happening with the movies a few years ago where they were god-awful and they've course corrected. Fingers crossed. I'm seeing a lot of good reviews so far. It's giving me a sliver of hope. And Superman was so good too. Superman was high quality. I've never been a big DC fan, but Superman made me a believer. It also helped that Superman just left me leaving the theater like genuinely feeling happy. It left me feeling happy and like positive and gave me a good like vibe. Like the world isn't so bad after all. After I watched Superman, the world isn't that bad. It can be always better because there's always someone out there. You know, it was kind of that feeling. And it helped that it was a very good movie also. Boom. Crawdon, done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Right, I shall not catch him because I have no use for a random Crawdon. Gosh dang it, no Herbas. You know what, that's positive though. We did get into a raid. We must look at the positives. The online raids were accepting me after a few failed attempts. Is that a Dracovish? I said Dracovish. That is the totally wrong answer. That's the Bastia Legion. Nobody has questions on that. Completely wrong and so far off Pokemon. Well, if everyone's bringing Annihilate, I'll bring an Annihilate. I heard nothing. Daywalker, that's why you're my favorite. That's why you get today's gold star. You heard nothing, you saw nothing. There's nothing that can phase us. What typing is Terapagos? Tropagos, whatever its name is, I don't know. I still haven't finished the story like we were talking about yesterday on stream. I never finished the DLC. I do. Do I own it? I don't know if I'm at the point in the story yet where I caught it or haven't caught it. That's a good question. I could check my box after this, but seems like work. I actually genuinely don't know what typing it is. Sorry, I'm back. I had to do something. No worries, Fishy. No need to apologize. All right, Mr. Basque Legion. It's actually a genuine thing. I did not know you could get Basque Legion in this game. I knew Basculin was in the game, but I didn't realize you could get Basque Legion in Tera raids. Because it's a Hisui Pokemon, so that kind of seems like a forum Pokemon that... What was your answer? Sorry, I can't. Because I'm doing all these raids. I'm trying to focus. I need to get like a crazy amount of Herba Mysticas before next Friday. I'm so sorry I can't help. I said you could always join my Discord server, although my Discord server is kind of dead, so it might not be much help. But there's also like big Twitch streamers. They have like channels within their Discord servers that are like for multiplayer and stuff like that. We can always make my Discord server alive. We can always build it up. Do be dead though. Times are changing, hopefully. Department of Education, I hate that during the summer months they are slow on payments. I just got paid for the last month. What the heck? That seems like a red flag. Although it's the government, so how do you fight that? That's crazy though. You got paid a month late. What if you like had like 8 children at home and that paycheck was what you were relying on? That is actually so effed. That's crazy. And it even shouldn't have to be like if you have 8 children. You need to take care of yourself also. Also, I am frozen. Hee hee ha. It won't let me attack. Here I am. There we go. The game just needed a moment to process. I can't. It goes for August as well. I won't get paid till September. That is actually horrifying. I'm very thankful I get paid weekly because it makes my budgeting so much more easy. Communication due to an error? Well, that's unfortunate. You just nullified our stats. What do you mean you're nullifying them again? What do you mean? That's why I have another job for a private company. That's always good. Backup plan. Backup plan. That would be like, can you imagine? That'd be like YouTube or Twitch just being like, sorry, we can't make the payments on the 21st of the month like we normally do. Sorry. We can't get it. We'll get it to you next month. That's crazy. I've never heard. Like I said, I mean, it's a little different because it's the government. So like, how do you stop them from doing that when they're in charge? But mind-boggling that they can get away with that. Listen, I know I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna go down swinging. To go work, going down swinging. Teacher, I know that teachers also, there's a misconception that teachers get paid during the summer. And that's true and also false at the same time. teachers can choose to get paid during the summer. Like, they just take their paycheck and spread it out throughout the entire year. Or they can choose to have their paycheck only through the school year. So they'll get their full payment for their year at the end of May or June when the school year's over. But if you do school year, then it's January 1st to December 31st, like year total. It's like a thing with their contracts. I would know my sister has that. I don't know if I would assume she's year round though. I would assume. Right. That was an unsuccessful Tera raid. This is actually a question I have, Uni. Can anyone just be a teacher? There's such a teacher shortage, like in general, across the entire country that have they changed or relaxed like regulations that I know anyone can be a substitute teacher, at least depending on the state. You literally just have to sign up and you can be a substitute teacher. You obviously have to pass like background checks and stuff like that because you're like working in a school, but still, like a full-time, you teach like a class of 30. Do you need a education degree for that? Or can you take like courses, or can you get like a certificate? Samurai. Depending on state, you need to pass an exam to become a sub. I took courses to do so. I want to say, I think when I lived in South Carolina, I'm pretty sure I saw like outside the school, they must have had a sub shortage because they had like signs outside the school about becoming a substitute teacher. So that made me like think maybe you don't need to like actually have a teaching degree to be a sub. I mean, a substitute teacher, I mean, it's just, a lot of time they just pay minimum wage. There's definitely a teacher shortage. Teacher. That's why I'm like curious if like they're working on relaxing the regulations because they need more teachers. Most teachers quit because the parents, not the kids. Oh yeah. The Karens of the world. I wanted to be a teacher when I grew up, but sometimes I'm glad I didn't make that decision. I made that decision not to be, but sometimes I'm like, what if? But I think I would have to be very hyper specific on what grade I'm teaching. Because I could not do middle school. I could not. That would be the worst. I could do really young elementary school teaching, or I could do high school teaching. Middle school is like when children are at their worst. I would know as a former middle schooler. That's when I was the biggest menace. I'm frozen again. Are you kidding me? You know, these Tera raids run so much better, but they're still not well built. Like from a format perspective. I deal with teens the whole time. See, teenagers can be funny. Like 11-year-old middle schoolers with the skibbity toilet riz, which I still don't even know what that means, but like that, I feel like I would actually need to jump. I would need to jump, essentially. Get me out of there. We are so cooked with this. We've lost this before we even really started. Ripperoni and cheese. R.I.P. though. Why are we boosting the team's special defense? Here's to me of 2 more weeks before I go back to the little gremlins. Your school starts so early. We didn't start until after Labor Day. I can't imagine starting school the first week of August. That would just feel like so out of the order because it's still summer. August is still summer. Like September is like summer into autumn. I feel so out of place at school in the middle of August. All right, fingers crossed we get a Tera raid with randos that actually help and contribute. Is this Delphox build up? Oh, I think I'm gonna go with Scarlet. I think I am. Methinks Scarlet is the play. I know it's probably because we have 2 months of summer because we end at the end of May last year. Our summers were a little bit over 2 months, like 2.5 months. So you end in May, but we ended in June. So I guess it evens out. You start earlier, we start later. You end earlier, we end later. So like timeline, it makes sense. We probably have the same length of summer. You see, if we started in Michigan, if we had started summer in May, there's a chance that it may not be warm yet. There could be a solid possibility that it's still 60 degrees out and not summer weather at all. I don't have a Koraidon, unfortunately, that I can trade away. Lemmy. But I hope you're doing well today. And all your dreams are coming true. And something will put a smile on your face. That's my goal for you. All right. We're crushing it. And we're also getting crushed. That Blissey being on the team is so clutch. We love this timeline. Oh, he's hone clawing. That's a handful of words in my mouth. Hone claws is strong with this one. That's actually kind of scary. Before we had 2 weeks of fall, 3 weeks of winter, 2 weeks of spring, and a month and a half of summer. The longest break we had at school, we had a Thanksgiving break, which was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We still had to go to school that week, that Monday, Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. Holiday break was 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's. We had a break in the middle of February, a week break called midwinter break, which they got rid of the year after I left, so W for me. And then we had spring break whenever Easter was. We didn't have like a fall break like some schools have in like October. And then we had those random days off where it's like teacher development day where I don't know what they do. They probably just like, do they have to sit in like seminars and stuff like that? where we'd have like a random day off or two throughout the year, or like half days. I liked the days of school when I wasn't a junior in high school, when I was freshman, sophomore, senior. When the juniors were taking the ACT, everyone got a delayed start. So like the juniors would have to show up at 7 a.m. for school like normal, but they'd get like 3 uninterrupted hours of testing for the ACT, and then everyone else would come. I like that because you got to show up to school at like 10:30 a.m. You got to sleep, and it was glorious. It was quite glorious. When juniors had the testing for the ACT, we had the whole day off. Nah, we weren't that lucky. We weren't that lucky. We still had to go to school, just at 10 a.m. instead. Which I forgot why, but it was like almost like the entire week was delayed starts too. I generally don't remember what else was happening during the week, but because the ACT only takes 1 day, so they do the SAT now, but ACT only takes 1 day, so I don't remember what they did the other days. Maybe it was also like those teacher development days that caused the delay start. I just remember in like March of every year, we had delayed starts, and it was like a lot of people's favorite time. But that was the only time we ever had delayed starts. We didn't have delayed starts for like snow days or anything like that. They either called it or they didn't. We won, but with no herbos. Ryan on the club. Our normal time of school is 8 a.m. to 2:15. That's a little bit shorter than what we had, but kind of like around the same. Ours for high school, it was 7:10 in the morning to 2:10 in the afternoon. Actually, no, it was 2:10, but they changed it my senior year to 2:20. So we were there from 7:10 a.m. to 2:20 p.m. And then middle school was 8 a.m. to 2:50 p.m. And elementary school was 8:45 to 3:45. The fact that I remember all this is insane, but we did, since our days were a little bit longer though, we did have like more time for like recess and lunch and things like that. I think the lunch in elementary school, we had lunch. We had 2 recesses in elementary school. We had the lunch / recess, so where after you finished your lunch, you got to go outside for like 50 minutes. Or the entire lunch / recess portion was like 50 minutes long. You could take however long you wanted to eat your lunch, or you could go outside as soon as you wanted to. And then we had like a second recess, which was like 30 minutes later in the afternoon, like towards the very end of the day. I'm glad I didn't have, I mean, I had iPads and like Chromebooks towards the end of when I was in high school, because that's when they started buying them and introducing them to the school. But I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with that. I was not an iPad kid, thank gosh. I never had a Chromebook. I feel like when they started introducing Chromebooks at my school, you had to be in like an AP or an honors like course. Just like one. And that's the only place that they would use the Chromebooks at, but and then iPads were like exclusive to like the library. So you had to like your teacher had to like sign you up and so you could get like an iPad or like a day in class. Yeah, that's what I'm glad about. I mean, the best days in elementary school was not iPad day or uh, Chromebook day or whatever. It was when the teacher popped in Bill Nye the Science Guy VHS and you got to watch Bill Nye. That was the prime day to be at school, let me tell you. Did you ever do pajama day? Because pajama day, that was high key the best day. We made like everyone brought a blanket. You got to make your little fort on the floor. It was a lot of reading and quiet. It was a lot of movies, like things like that. I don't even know if they do, but I'll have to ask my sister if they still do pajama days and stuff in elementary school. I think she still. That's really bad. I don't know if she works in a middle school or an elementary school. She works in one. We had Spirit Week. We also had Spirit Week. No one really like. I mean, our Spirit Weeks. No one went crazy for them, and they weren't like themes where you could go crazy per se. Like the themes were just like pink out Friday. Like you just wore pink on Friday. You didn't go crazy and come to school with an entire costume. Or there was like School Spirit Day where it was like you just wore your the school stuff. Yeah, pajama day was only ever in elementary school where we were at. Birder, that's a bug. Right. Let's roll with it. Roll out. We went all out senior. We did not. Oh, you know where we did go full out though? Was Ugly Christmas Sweater Thursdays. So every Thursday in December was Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. And we went crazy for that. I still have, it's in the other room because I still have it. It's that iconic. I have a Ugly Christmas sweater, but it's Shrek. Shrek's face is on it. It is amazing. It is wonderful. I also did one year where I had like a light up Ugly Christmas sweater. I borrowed one of my mom's ugly Christmas sweaters one day, so I literally wore a mom Christmas sweater. Like we really got into it. One year, I even went to Kohl's, bought an ugly Christmas sweater, wore it at school, and then gifted it to my grandma that same year. My mom was like, you can have this sweater, but you must gift it to your grandmother for Christmas because you can't keep it. And I was like, say less. I'll take the deal. One year I wore a Power Ranger themed ugly sweater. Yo, we need I mean, I don't work in an office, but like if I worked in an office environment, We need to do that. Ugly Christmas sweater day. Go all out. Oop. Since no one's healing each other, I guess I'm gonna have to heal the team. Why is it so rare to get into a random lobby where actually people, like, think of others? Why is that such a hard find? Think of your teammates, because you need your teammates to win, because if your teammates die, then you also perish. Really, Corviknight, the one time I let you attack and don't heal the others, you flinch. Oop. We broke its shield. There's a slim chance here. A slim chance we can do it. I got one heal left. Everyone better get it while they got it. Have you ever seen snow, Uni? Aside from, like, the mountains? Because, I mean, I guess it's different because I just grew up in a cold place, so it was just, I was used to it, but, like, I always forget that there are people that have never seen snow. I have, but not falling snow. So you've never, like, touched it, basically. You've never touched snow. I mean, it's a little different just because it is, like, a different texture, but, like, you hold an ice cube, it's kind of the same thing. I know that, I remember that throwing snowballs was banned. You could not throw snowballs at school. Otherwise, you literally got in so much trouble. Which, I mean, makes sense because, like, you could hurt someone with the snowball. So, yeah. Shout out to this Vulpix VIP person for knowing to bring a Happini. They understand the assignment. Oh, just not the soft snow. I'm talking about, like, the snow you just scoop up off the ground and they go crazy. Bring back, you know what? No, it's not bring back. Let's start adult snow days. If schools can call off, let's have adults get called off work too for snow days. And we go play outside. Let's do it. Is that a shiny Happini? Oh, it is a shiny Happini. All you gotta do is tell kids to throw a bullet ahead. No, we were a no snowball education system. It was a absolute no-go. I did throw a snowball one time and I did get in trouble for it, so I can attest. Why can't every raid be as easy as Ditto? If only. If only. 5 ability patches? Oh my god. Take it and run, take it and run, take it and run. Question nothing. Now imagine if that was 500 Mysticas. Ooh, Tandem Mouse. I like Tandem Mouse. It's funny how you can tell who the Hawaii kids are in the mainland because during winter months with the snow, they'll go outside and take a group pic in their swimsuits outside. Okay, I never did this. But Uni, what if I told you that, I mean, you might have, I'm talking like this is like some big reveal about like a snow secret, but I'm sure you've seen videos of it. People who like go outside in like freezing cold and snow and like in their swimsuit and do like snow angels in the snow or dive into the snow in their swimsuit. Like that's some real Midwest activity. People are wild out there. The only thing crazy I've ever done in the snow would be like throwing boiling hot water outside when it is freezing cold. Because it like gets like the steam and you can do some cool stuff with it. There's like some science involved. I've never dived into the snow though in a swimsuit. I can attest to that. And this sounds also very cultish, but I promise it's a very common thing in the United States. But we did rituals to get snow days. So like if we knew we were getting a snowstorm that night leading into the next day, everyone had homework assignments to do the snow day rituals. So even our teachers would encourage it. And our parents let us do it too because it was fun. I'm trying to think of some of the things we did. Flush an ice cube down the toilet, sleep with your pajamas inside out, put a spoon under your pillow. There are some others. Let me Google it. Snow day rituals for kids. Pajamas inside out, spoon under the pillow, flushing ice cube. The three I did was the three that popped up. Eating ice cream, doing a snow dance, putting a white crayon on the windowsill. Okay, I remember doing that one. Shaking a snow globe. I never did that because we never had snow globes. That type of like goofy fun stuff, right? Yeah, I'm telling you. And I say it sounds very cultish. It does, because you're doing rituals to get a snow day, but that's a very common thing in the Midwest. And I'm sure that in the Northeast too. Those are really the only places that get snow. And it's even crazier that the teachers wanted snow days just as bad as we did. So like, they had every right to encourage us to do the snow day stuff. But I do recall sleeping with mini spoons under the pillow. Why on earth are you using Final Gambit? Oh my god. I can't think of a worse move to use in a Tera raid than Final Gambit. You're literally KOing yourself. Does this person not know what Final Gambit does? I'm starting to think this person doesn't know what Final Gambit does. They're not KOing, so they must be missing. Okay, we can't lose this. I'm gonna heal everyone up. Oh, he's frozen, Lamau. Yeah, I don't think this Annihilate guy knows what he's doing here. He's rage fisting with no boost. This other Annihilate does understand the assignment. He is indeed understanding how to hit and use an Annihilate properly. We love that for them. I never catch Pokemon in Tera raids, but I'm actually going to catch this because I don't know if I have like a mouse hold that's like super high level. Chat, can you hear the lawnmower outside? My mic says it's picking it up. And they stop mowing as soon as I say that. Could you hear that? It's back. Look at a professional ass microphone. Why is that picking it up? Oh, what game are you guys playing, Uni? If it's Mario Party, prepare your end of friendship notes for each other. Friendships will be destroyed. Look at a little family of 4. Oh, was that humming note? It must have been. It must have been because that was the giant lawnmower outside. I guess it does pick it up. Was it loud? It looked pretty loud in my microphone. That's why I was like, oh my God. Well. Yo, Sarah, welcome in.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
We always have a good time with Mario Party. Somehow the game just hates me and makes me lose. I own the game. There goes the man on the lawnmower. He's just riding through the street. I don't know where he's going. I don't see a truck anywhere. It was like mid-volume. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. How's your day going, Sarah? I hope it's going amazing, well, stupendous, wonderful, spectacular. Every adjective that a Saturday could be. You weren't able to join. Well, maybe I didn't want to join. Amber, hello to you as well.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hello, howdy do. Yeah, we have also yet to get a Herba Mystica, so... It is sad times out here. I like how you could hear the lawnmower, but you can't hear the giant leaf blower that someone's blowing right side out the window right now. You could hear one, but not the other. That's the craziest part in this all. Today's been great. Not stop doing all the activities on site. What type of activities? What type is that psychic? I do believe that's psychic. I'm so tempted to bring Annihilate, but I feel like he's gonna have a flying move. Okay, I'm gonna bring Annihilate. I don't care. If I'm the problem that makes us lose this, just know that I did second guess myself. I did not fill up my water before stream. I'm out of water and my throat is hurting. I even went to Starbucks. Yesterday we were talking about on stream, the medicine ball tea from Starbucks that is the cure for sore throats. Let me tell you, it did cure my... Actually, there's still some left in it. That's crazy. Swallowed right away, my sore throat's gone. I'm telling you, it's magic. My sore throat did come back, so you have to continue drinking it. And I did get the smallest size, so I don't have a lot. Swimming, rock climbing, biking, and many more. I have not been rock climbing in forever. You want to talk about a fun time. Rock climbing is where it's at. Me and the boys usually play strat co-op game called Spirit Island, where you choose a spirit with abilities and try to stop your island from becoming colonized by country. Oops. I need to bulk up real quick. Let me get my prep on, doodah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for gifting a membership. You're a legend, you're an icon, and you are the moment. Oh my god, we actually have someone on the team healing us? This timeline, it's crazy. Okay, I need to hit Rage Fist real quick before he nullified. So he nullified our stats. All right, back to basics. Let's bulk it up again. You're planning a trip to Japan. Oh my god, I'm jealous. Bucket list item. Bucket list item, for real. I am jealous. I am jealous. That'd be my first trip without my parents. I've been on several trips without my parents. Be a good time. Okay, I need to heal up real quick, because... Oh, okay, we're about to actually lose. JK. JK, LMAO. This dude Zoroark has gotten killed like 8 times. Meanwhile, my Annihilate has taken like 8 hurricanes and not died once. Let that be noted. Alright. Let me hit a Rage Fist and hope it does something. Oh, it does do something. Love that. We might not be... I still think we're cooked, but we might not. There's a sliver of hope here. So about that sliver of hope. You know what, chat? Hashtag blame Zoroark. It was not my Annihilate, like I initially predicted would be the problem. I did make a good choice. I need to save like 3K. We'll be going for a week and already at 1K in my savings, putting aside 200 months for each paycheck. Comes a long way. That's smart. That's smart. The amount of money that I would spend at the Japanese Pokemon Center would be an alarming amount of money. I'd even have to probably like ship stuff back to the US because I'd buy so much and that I couldn't fit back in my suitcase. That's how crazy I feel like I would go. Please let me in the Kingdra raid. Oh, thank you for letting me in the Kingdra raid. Where's my... Oh, my Azumarill's in Pokemon Home because it was a shiny one. I don't have my Azumarill that I have built for these here. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Tinkaton, you're coming for the party. Ooh, why would you bring Salamence? You're gonna get rocked by one Dragon Pulse. Mark my words. You were going to get decimated, my friend. Last time I went on one of the biggest Pokemon centers in Tokyo, I spent roughly $400 US there, just cards alone. I feel like I would go crazy with like plushies, maybe even like a backpack or like a hoodie, something that I would not normally buy off like PokemonCenter.com, like a backpack or a hoodie. I feel like I would be more inclined to buy in person. Because I could actually like feel like how the clothing feels and if I would like to wear it. Whereas if it's online, I don't like to do like clothes shopping online a lot of the time just because I don't know how it necessarily what the texture's like. I feel like that's my biggest thing with clothes in general. Is everything I have is like dry fit or like a very certain polyester texture. I don't wear a lot of cotton because it irritates me. Probably allergic to it in some ways. Other ways it just does not. I don't like how it feels. Ranger avoided the attack? What the hell? What the hellio? Alright, well, I will heal up squad here. Balance has not died. Leechy, maybe I underestimated your game. My Tinkaton's doing worse. Ironic. Well, your shield's down. You're getting crushed, bud. Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Good answer. Good answer. Period. You're done. You are done. Okay, I'm not going to catch him. I am going to go on my merry way. We got our first Herba of the stream. Oh my god, thank god. One, count it. One. Herba. One. We did it. All right. Oh, Leavanny. I don't even care if this gives me a Herba. I've never seen a Leavanny raid. It's ice. I'm bringing Annihilate. I'm bringing Annihilate. If there's one person, we also probably only have one person watching, Lamau. If there's the one person that's watching is a Leavanny fan, then I will die happy. Because Leavanny is top 10 Pokemon for me. No one pays this thing any respect. We need to put respect on Leavanny's name. Okay, let's prep it up. We're gonna bulk up. Oh, wait. My friend over there used Belly Drum. Let me cheer him real quick. I'll heal you up, Vic. I know the strat. best bug design I've seen other than Tarantula. Okay, okay. Wait, what about Galvantula? I think Galvantula looks really good. I feel like that's a top tier bug design. Galvantula isn't even that good of a Pokemon. I've used it in like a secondary playthrough before. It really did not do anything that was groundbreaking. Is it one of those Pokemon with like attacks, higher attack, but it knows more like attack moves, but it knows more special attack moves, but its stats are attack or vice versa. I feel like that's the same thing with Weavile, where Weavile is like a physical attacker, but he only gets like special ice type moves. And there's not a lot of good physical ice moves in general. Gen 5 has some bangers. That's some tea. That is tea right there, let me tell you. I just think Gen 5 is overhated, and Gen 5 is also underrated. It is both. I'm saying this as someone who literally just played Black and White 2 2 months ago. I replayed it in my spare time. Such a good game. Such a good game. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about it. I think Black and White 2 is better than Black and White 1, but don't get me wrong, Black and White 1 is still a very good game. I think the thing that sucks about it is that I think it was so divisive, A, with how many Pokemon they added and only letting you really use those new Pokemon they added, but also making it a game that was so story heavy. I think they got so much backlash that they haven't really focused and done that since. I guess Sun and Moon was very story heavy, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was very story heavy. However, I feel like it was more story heavy. It felt more story heavy than it actually was, just because of the amount of stupid cutscenes that are in the game. You can't even walk like 10 steps without getting pulled into a cutscene. Even if it's not really story related, someone pulls you into a cutscene for something. I don't think we're ever getting Gen 5 remakes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that this might sound weird. I think that they're actually like gonna do less remakes going forward. I think they're gonna innovate the way that they're gonna bring back old regions, but they're gonna innovate the way that we see them. So like Legends ZA is just like it's not a remake of X and Y, but it is Kalos. It's Lumio City in the future. Or Legends Arceus was Sinnoh in the past. I think that's what they're going to do going forward. They're going to give us those old regions, but in a new way. Wait, that's ground. I thought that was a poison for a second. Please hold. What do I bring? What do I bring? What do I bring? Wishy, or Dondozo. Sorry. I could not think for the life of me what to bring. Legends might be our remakes. I feel like, yeah. I genuinely feel like that's the direction they're going for in the future. Or they'll do what they did for the DLC in this game, where Blueberry Academy is part of Unova. So we have Unova. It's kind of like we have Unova at home type of thing. We want to go back to Unova. We have Unova at home. Because we have Chargestone Cave and everything in there. It's reimagined. For fresh eyes and fresh designs and fresh story. And also, I think this maybe it's just me talking after. I don't think BSP was horrible. And I don't think, let me put it this way. I don't think BDSP is a good game. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's just an all right game. It's just that they didn't do anything to change the formula, innovate the original. They literally just did like a chibi shot-for-shot remake. And after, I say it's unsuccessful, but it did sell more than Legends Arceus, which is crazy. So I can't say it's necessarily unsuccessful, but it was unsuccessful critically, where like it got so many bad reviews. You know what, Uni? That is like one of my positives of BDSP was how hard the game was. It kept the original difficulty of Cynthia. I was so afraid they were going to nerf her. They were going to nerf her into the ground and her team was going to be like a cakewalk. Especially with the rematches that they offer in the game too, it made it, like the rematches are like 20 times harder than the first one. And the first run against it is already hard enough. But they actually took time to Eevee and Ivy train the Elite Four and Cynthia. So all the teams that they have are cracked out of their mind. The gym leaders aren't that hard. They don't go that crazy with the gym leaders. But the Elite Four Pokemon League, they were like, oh, you thought Diamond and Pearl was hard? Well, here's Cynthia 15 years later. She's still gonna eat your lunch and steal your lunch money. I think Orthworm is such a silly little dude. He's such a goober. He has no right being that goofy looking. The gall and the gumption of him. I appreciate it so much. They made it competitive for no reason. They must have heard my cries. They must have heard my cries to make Cynthia hard, because I remember I was streaming. Every time I would talk about BSB on stream before the game came out, I was like, I don't care. Just don't nerf Cynthia. Don't nerf Cynthia. Don't nerf Cynthia. Please, please. Whatever you do with the game, do not nerf her. You cannot do this to us. And I'm glad that they listened. Hear me out. I'm gonna bring Fido. I'm gonna bring Fido so he can't hit us with any fire moves. Well-baked body is gonna eat those things up. Might be a strange choice, but hear me out. This is my strategy and I'm sticking to it. You know, it's so dark outside because it's about to thunderstorm that the lighting isn't even an issue anymore. Like it was at the beginning of the stream. All right, let's do this squad. That's a shiny Giratina. Oh my god, I should go get my shiny Giratina and they could be friends. I'm just gonna go for it. hopefully Crunch will lower defense somehow. Ha 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 ha, you can't hit me, ha ha. No flamethrower for you. You know what? When I do my secondary replay... Oh, it is now pouring rain. That's awesome. When I do my secondary replay of Violet, which I think I'm going to start soon, I want to use a Fido. I want to. I want to. Let me see if I can drop its special attack. What did he just steal? It just said Volcarona and then it glitched and it didn't say what else Volcarona was doing. Squad, it looks like we could use a cheer. How does a cheer sound for the team? I think it sounds spectacular. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Although, I like the rain, so stay. What's big, scary, and pink? I'm just gonna keep lowering this thing's special attack until it literally can't do anything. Although, what's Gallade's paradox form thing called? What is that thing called? I don't know what it's called. Whatever that Glade is on our team, he just, like, died 4 times, so we're gonna lose anyways, just because he keeps dying. Now, this game's been out for 3 years. I should probably learn these Pokemon's names by now. I just can't remember some of them. Especially when they look so similar to the originals. RP Quiver Dance. Well, I'm just gonna keep snarling. Your Quiver Dance will do nothing. It will do nothing and you will like it. Wait, I've been calling this thing Fido the entire time. This is Doxpun. Not Fido. Fido's the baby one. Oops. See, I'm telling you, I need to learn these things' names. For I cannot remember. We ain't winning. We sure had fun. It's probably too late to heal up, but I'm gonna try anyways. Or maybe not. I won't perish. We're so close to breaking that shield, but it's way too late. R.I.P. Hate it here. Hate it here. Glade ruined it for us. Blame the Glade. Oh, there's voices in this song. All right. Annihilate, you never let me down. When in doubt, bring Annihilate. For he is here to save the day. Minions, it's time to steal the moon. Go, 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 go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go, go, go. Alright, we're gonna crush the thing. Putting it into the universe now that this thing will be dismantled, destroyed, and ruined after we're done with it. Done. Period. I want to maybe attempt. I know it's not going to give me. Actually, it might give Herbus. I'd have to Google if it does give me Herbus. But I want to try the 7-star event going on because we didn't do that yesterday, and I haven't done that today. But I want to attempt my Jangmo-O raid and see if we can get anything that can wreck it. All right. Do it. Let's do it. They should have finalized the open world for Mario Kart World. It's so empty. Really? You think it's empty? I think it's kind of fun. My hope is that they just continue updating the game. I think there's not enough tracks. I've actually played... 90% of the time that I've played the game, it's been in the open world. And only 10% has actually been racing on the actual courses. If that's not... If that sounds crazy, maybe. If you high chance of getting Herbus, so what you're telling me is I should attempt it. I should probably attempt the Jangmo-O then. I need to join. I don't even know what to bring to it though. That's probably my biggest problem. Go. Okay, please let me hit 1 before you nullify my stats. It's probably too late because he's going to nullify the stats right after this. It's over for me. And I got to heal up the squad here. Mostly me. Okay. Like I said, win and now bring Annihilate because easiest dub of the day. Actually, no, Ditto was the easiest dub of the day. But easiest non-Ditto dub of the day is this. I don't even think Ludicolo has a boosted chance for Herbus, though. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't even think it does. There's like a whole group of 5-star and 6-stars that have chances. I highly doubt Ludicolo's on that list. Although, who knows? Maybe I'm just not remembering. Ish. I got a bottle cap at least. Bottle caps do be good. Not what I need, but they can be good. Alright, I'm gonna try the Jangmo-O. I'm doing it. I'm doing it! If it lets me in, of course. It's not gonna let me in. I'm probably gonna have to oh, no, it is gonna let me in. Okay. I'm gonna try Sarrow Edge. If this is bad, I might just have to be the team's resident healer. On paper, my brain is saying this is good. In execution, it could be the total opposite. I'll have to find out. Bringing in Magearna, though, is absolutely crazy work. That is diabolical. Absolutely diabolical work there. I don't even have a Magearna. How do you even get a Magearna? Aside from the Pokeball one, where if you complete Pokemon Home, that's the only way I know you can get it. Is there any other way to get a Magearna? And I'm totally not anywhere close in Pokemon Home to completing the deck, so I will never get that Magearna. Just ain't gonna happen. I don't have low sweep on my Annihilate. All right, let's see. Oh my god, okay, so not a good play. Not a good play was the Scarlet. I don't know any other way for Magearna. Well, it's certainly not Urshifu. Which I don't know why Urshifu was even considered, because it's a dark type. But, you know, maybe they know something we don't. I'm assuming they don't know something we don't, considering I got one shot. I'm kind of surprised the Screamtail got one shot, though. Oh, the Urshifu just got one shot again. He's already died twice. Why did they think that was a good idea? Listen, I'm here to admit that Scarlet was not the best idea, but I haven't died. I got that going for me. That Urshifu just came back out of the Pokeball after being dead to immediately die again. That Urshifu is going down in like a millisecond. Watch. It's already back down. Literally already back down. Wasn't even out for 10 seconds. Literally. All right, chat. This is your reminder. Don't bring Urshifu to a Jangmo-O raid. It's not going to work out. Logic may say, yeah, that wouldn't work out. Naturally, it would be weak. Despite your best attempts, it still won't be good. I don't know any other way to get Magearna. I think that they did an event at GameStop years ago, but since then, I have no clue. Okay. Let's try it again. Run it back. When does he notice, chat? Oh, crap, what'd you do? Logan, thank you so much for being a member for 40 months. You ever just meet the voice of Mewtwo from the first Pokemon movie? Because I did today. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Did you get an autograph or a picture? I just watched the first Pokemon movie, like 2 weeks ago, I think. Because they dropped it on Pokemon TV. And I rewatched it. All right. I'm gonna bring Annihilate. I sent you the picture. I look forward to seeing this. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Logan. I don't even know the name of the voice actor who does Mewtwo. Unless they've done like other Pokemon voices, then maybe it'll ring a bell when I see their name, but other than that, no. Off the top of my head, I have no clue. Jay Greed. That does not ring a bell. Jay Greed. When I type Jay Greed into Google, a bunch of motivational speaker stuff comes up. Jay Greed, Pokemon. Will that narrow it down? That will not narrow it down. Do you have that right? Jay Greed, nothing pops up. I spelled his name exactly like that, and literally nothing shows up. Yeah, me no see nothing about that, dude. I spelled his last name wrong. Oops. Uh-oh, stinky. Jay Go. Okay. Go. Whatever the song is right now, I'm vibing with it. Why on earth? Chat, why on earth did they bring a Hisuian Arcanine? It's literally a rock type. You're going against a fighting type. Can I get an NPC? Or not an NPC. Can I get a real person here? Who isn't going to mess up my... I'm gonna scream and shout and let it all out. Scream and shout and let it out. All right, since we're gonna lose this, Jay Goody. There we go. I still don't know who that is. What other voices does he do? Looks like he only does Mewtwo. From what the Googles be telling me. Madara? Wait, who's Madara? I don't know who that is, Logan. Although I'm not doing the low sweep strategy, my Annihilate has not died. From Naruto? Never seen Naruto. I have not seen one episode of Naruto. I know who Naruto is. Anyone else? No, me no one. There we go. There's my first death. I don't think I can do this with randoms, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I have someone that brings an Urshifu and then someone who brings in a Hisuian Arcanine. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more good college try before I give up on the attempt of 7 stars. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Annihilate, we're running it back. We are running it back. I'm semi-concerned by the Mew. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm semi-concerned. He apparently did Zelina Vega's entrance voice for WrestleMania 38. Would it be... You know how when she was the Queen of the Ring, it was the All Hail Queen Zelina? It had like the voiceover before her theme played. Was that his voice? She only had that for like a few months because I think after she... It was when her and Carmella were the tag champs. Was when she had that like intro to her theme. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right. Let's bulk up and attempt this again. And that Mew got half health already. Someone tell me the logic behind. What does Mew have? You're using Mew to use Breaking Swipe? That is your strat? Ay, Dios míos. You're using Mew to use Struggle Bug? Chat, who's Robbie? Who on planet Earth is Robbie? I need words with you. What are you doing? What on earth is going through the noggin to bring a Mew that knows Breaking Swipe and Struggle Bug? In the arms of an angel. Logan, when you play 2K25, do you do a lot of GM mode? I have questions, if yes. No. Crap! Crap. This is very unfortunate. I'm in desperate need of help in GM mode. I'm gonna keep bulking up because that did a really good amount of damage. Mew using Psychic. Okay, that's a lot better. Oh, and it did a bunch of damage. All right. Okay, the Mew knows something. Mew's onto it. Rikishi was at the Comic-Con I went to. The line was long as heck. I might be going to a con next month, and if I had the right... Someone told me what the name of the con was. And when I Googled it, it's because they said a certain voice actor was going to be there. The voice actor wasn't there, but a bunch of WWE people were going to be there. So I don't know if I have the right con that they were talking about, but I'm going to one next month probably. And if it's the same one, Trish, Lita, and some other WWE legends are going to be there too. Chat, this is crazy. We're actually making a comeback. It started off so bad. It started off so bad. I can't believe this. Oh! The Como-O disappeared. I repeat, the Como-O disappeared. Okay, the Como-O is back. Whoever just raised the team's attack, you are I'm gonna heal up the team. Homeboys over there are gonna perish soon. Coming in clutch. Look at this teamwork. Holy. Okay, I will never doubt him you again in my life. Robbie, I don't need words with you. I do need words with you, Robbie, and it's to congratulate you. Lord. Sorry, chat. I'm looking outside because someone's just casually sitting in front of our driveway in their giant mom minivan. Oh, it's the neighbor. Well, now we got Herba! L to the L to the LOL. And I got it too. Yippee! Got the mightiest mark. That's a good looking Pokemon right there. Living, laughing, and loving it. All right, chat. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I appreciate the few of you today who have been hanging out with me. I appreciate you so much. Keeping me entertained, chatting with me. Still building back the channel, so anyone at all that's like popping up to stream and hanging out for even just a little bit, it means a lot to me as I try to grow the channel back up. But I will wrap up the stream here, and I will be live again with more Tera raids soon as we prep for the event next Friday. Because I need lots. I need lots of them, and I need lots of them, and I need lots of them. So, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Goodbye!